Hey everyone, Oz Aviation 149 back at you again with the latest installment in my model review series. Today we have quite a special model, the Jet-X Singapore Airlines Boeing 747-400 in registration 9V-SPQ, and this model is commemorating the final 747 flight with Singapore Airlines from Singapore to Hong Kong as SQ747, and the return flight Hong Kong to Singapore as SQ748, which, as you can tell by the box, occurred on the 6th of April 2012. It capped off Singapore Airlines, I believe, 40 years of 747 service. Singapore Airlines received their first Boeing 747 in 1973. And since has operated over 86 copies and 4 different versions of the 747. A few years back, it was actually one of the largest operators of the 747, and it's amazing to see. You know, they once had 86 of them, and now they no longer have any of them. Anyway, enough of the jibber jabber. We'll move on to the model itself. And here she is, and I love this model, guys. It really is a stunner. I always love the look of the Singapore Airlines livery. It's one of the most stunning and classic in the sky. Everyone knows what it is and who it operates for. And here he is. And the Jet-X mold is a fantastic looking mold as well. It's got a lovely shaped cockpit forward section and nose, and then moving back through the excellent detailing and quality paintwork, which is good to see. Moving back, and as we can see here, the stunning Singapore Airlines Billboard Livery, which does look fantastic on the 747. Engines on this particular model are Pratt & Whitney engines, and that's, just a fantastic looking model. The Singapore Airlines actually named their 747 series by creating such its own brand. The 747-300s were called the Big Top, and the 747-400s were called the MegaTop. Just sort of a marketing ploy towards them, which showed what was once the pride of many fleets. As you can see now, it's no longer being the case with regards to the 747. This model does actually feature rolling landing gear. You can't actually see, it doesn't look like it, but in fact it actually does. The landing gear does in fact roll, if I can get the camera to focus. Well, as you can the landing gear does roll, so you know. As of now, the 747 no longer flies for Singapore Airlines in any passenger respect. They still do operate 747 freighters. Thankfully, however, this aircraft hasn't been put out to pasture just yet, because it is in fact a young aircraft being delivered on the having its first flight on the 24th of the 10th, 2001, and its first flight with Singapore Airlines on the delivery date was 31st of the 10th, 2001. So thankfully, it's only a young bird and still has plenty of life left in it. It is actually now operating with TransAero Airlines in Russia, is currently undergoing a refit and will join the fleet soon. Quite a few of Singapore Airlines' ex-aircraft have ended up with TransAero, so it's good to see that at least they'll still be flying. Its final sale netted less than they expected for, so it sold for less than they expected, which has shown the sharp depreciation in prices for 747 aircraft on the second-hand market. So, if you're in the market for them, you could probably pick up a bargain. Anyway, guys, we'll put it over with the airport apron to give a final view and commemorate of the model. It is a fantastic model, and I recommend you get one if you like it, because Singapore Airlines, we all know who they are, and their models are always sought after. And to have one in the 747, I think is fantastic, especially as it's commemorating the final flight. And it's a highly detailed model with the accurate mould, the nicely detailed Pratt & Whitney PW4056 engines, and the rolling landing gear. The stand doesn't actually come with it, that's just a Gemini Jet stand that I'm using to display the model. Alright, so bear with me a second and I'll put it over on the apron. Okay, now we've got it lined up, as you can see, on the flight line, to give it a bit better perspective and to show the model off for what it really is. So just coming down, we can see it all on the flight line here. Pretty much we can pretend that it's boarding for its last flight. There they are, loading the cargo, and then the final passengers boarding upon the aircraft. And it really gives a chance to just show the gorgeous Singapore Airlines livery that is applied to this wonderful mould. And I suppose it gives a good comparison shot here. You can see the history of the fleet, and then the future of the fleet in the 777, where they're heading now towards the big twins, and the A380, of course. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and as I said, if you have a chance to get this model, recommend it. It's a stunner, and it really is a piece of history now. So keep a lookout for it, guys. Be sure to check out my channel. I've always got new updates coming in the pipes, so be sure to keep a lookout of them. And please rate, comment, and subscribe if you like the video, and keep on watching. Thanks very much, everyone, and catch you later.